Welcome, Facebook friends, and I've got Periscope going on over here. Welcome to my Periscope family. Hello, everybody. Hello, replay viewers. Hello, love. Hello to you. So I've got about 20 minutes to answer your questions about your intuition. Thanks, Trish. It was time. You know, Trish just said, it's nice to see you scoping. And I answered her, it's time. You know, when you are in tune with your intuition, you always know when it's the right time. When you're in touch with your intuition, when you use your intuition, when it becomes part of who you are, you always know when it's time to do the right things and when to do the things you're supposed to do. I have been fantastic, Trish. Fantastic. We should catch up on WhatsApp. We should catch up. So, it is amazing. Thanks to all who are joining on Periscope and those that are live on Facebook. So, hello, Kathy. Nice to see you, girl. So, your intuition coach is in the house today. And yes, Trish, it's been way too long, and I know there's much we need to talk about. So I've got two feeds going here, guys. I've got Periscope over here. I've got Facebook Live over here. I'm going to be back and forth for a little bit here, looking over here and looking over there, and it is just the way it is. So let's get going. Hello, Jan. Nice to see you. So I have about 15-20 minutes today, and you know, when you're in touch with your intuition, when you get that intuitive hit, when you get that download, when you get that message to do something, do it. It is so important that you follow through and do it right away. So that message was loud and clear about half an hour ago, and it was get online, offer your services about intuition to help people. Let them ask questions about what they're feeling, what they're not feeling, how they're accessing their intuition, or if they have blocks, or if they are really stumbling. Let them ask questions, and then I can help. So I know guys, from years and years of not being able to access my intuition totally, I know what it takes to be able to pay attention to those hits, those downloads immediately. Yes, Kathy, it is very cool. And there's my good friend Karen Gibson. Karen Gibson, you and I have to go in the boat ASAP. I got to get my little butt up there to see you, girl. I miss you. So, so guys, welcome aboard. And yes, talking about intuition today and how important it is to have that connection constantly flowing in your life. And I did a Facebook Live yesterday and I asked the question, if you are not listening to your intuition, whose voice are you listening to? Whose voice are you listening to, guys, if it ain't your higher self? You know, so important. And that's why I'm doing a new series about developing your intuition and really honing in on it so that you're able to be guided by your intuition every single moment whenever you want to, need to. And I'm telling you, in today's energetic cycles of this planet, we really, really need to. Thanks, Trish. I have it on my Facebook page. I have put an event out there. And I know the right people will come to this development series because there are those that understand how important it is, how extremely important, like never ever before, at least in our history, in our generationals. You know, never been that important as of now to be tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to that higher power. Would you agree with me, guys? Hello, Lauren. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, girl. So would you agree with me? And would you also agree with me that it's time that we really master this gift of ours, really understand why we need to have access to it, why it is so important for us to be in tune all the time? And Lauren, yes, of course you absolutely agree. Lauren and I are two like-minded souls. We have done and still have a blab show. We've taken the summer off. We have a blab show that we do weekly, talking about things that are extremely meaningful. Intuition's one of them, and fears, collaboration, cooperation, a lot of interesting topics that need to be discussed in today's world. Lauren and I discuss on our blab show. So thanks for being here, Lauren. So I guess I have about 10 minutes left, guys. Hey, Michelle. You are welcome. Donna, welcome, Donna. Donna asks, what's the difference between gut feeling and intuition? And what can we do to fine-tune our intuition? Good question, Donna. Good question. Donna, there is no difference between your gut feeling and intuition. They're one and the same. There, that's the answer to your question. And what can we do to fine-tune our intuition? That is another great question. And I was just saying how important it is to really hone in on that, to fine-tune it, to master this craft. And that's what I'm going to be teaching about in the upcoming development series. And I think, Donna, you probably got an invite for that already. So that is going to be taking every step on how to fine-tune it, how to access it all the time for whatever you need it for. And thank you for that question. And please know, we've been taught that gut feelings just happen once in a while when we're in danger or when we need to know something immediately. It's imperative. Well, that gut feeling, your intuition, can always be on. It can always be there. And that's what I can't wait to teach you guys. So thank you for that question. So anybody else have any other questions while I'm here and live? You're so welcome, Donna. Over on Periscope. This is just so weird looking back and forth. This is weird, but that's okay. Thanks, Kathy. Kathy is another like-minded soul. Both Kathy and I, well, actually last year I spoke on World Peace Day. I'm one of the keynote speakers at the Mississauga Living Arts Center, and Kathy Bell is one of the keynote speakers this year at, what is it? Where is it, Kathy, again? Hard Rock Cafe in Toronto, right? Lauren, your kids are there? Hey, Raiden and Apollo, it's Auntie Judy. Auntie Judy, and yes, your kids are learning because Lauren teaches her children about intuition. This is one of the greatest gifts or greatest roles we have as parents is to help our children remember who they are at core level. Like, who are they? Help them keep that remembrance. Kids start to disremember that, and I know that's not a word, but disremember that about 8 years old. So up until the age of 7, 8-ish, we can help them stay in that zone, stay totally in that zone of remembering who they are. And their intuition is always connected until they're told it's not. And there's Miss Holly Brooke. Thank you, Holly, for joining us. You are a sweet, sweet soul. And Holly is one of my esteemed students. So guys, is there any other questions? Donna, that was a great question. And Donna asked the question, what's the difference between the gut instinct and the intuition? And I said absolutely nothing. Nothing, nothing. You are inspiring me. I am remembering who you are, Coach. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So does anybody have any comments about intuition or any questions? Good morning to you, beautiful soul, Holly. And over on Periscope screen, you're quiet over here. Trish, are you still there? Holly and Lauren, Trish is on Periscope live feed with me right now. So we got to catch up there. So guys, and I said this in the beginning, the reason I'm doing this right now is because I said to my higher self, I asked the question, I said, is there anything I need to be doing today or in the next little while that pays attention to how I can be of service? So I was brushing my teeth, and because I'm headed out for a lunch date, and all of a sudden Spirit says, go on as an intuition coach and have people ask questions. And so here I am. So I'm reading questions now. Donna says, has anyone read the book, The Gift of Fear? It's all about intuition. No, I haven't read that book, Donna. Kathy Bell says, when you get to a wall in yourself, how do you burn through with your spirit? Or how do you know it is the real you and not the imposter? Good question, Kathy. One of the key topics in my intuition development series that's starting soon is how do you tell the difference between your thoughts and your intuition? Because we get this sort of hit about something and we go, oh my God, that's God talking, that's my intuition. And all of a sudden we go, oh, I don't think so. No, maybe not. And then we start to second guess it. And then we judge it. And then we think and we rethink and we think it right out. Agreed? We think those intuition hits right out into left field and then we don't act on them. So, you know, and you asked a really good question, and that's the thing that's stopping people right now. That's the part of them, the huge part of them that's missing from stepping into the life of their dreams, from stepping into the place where they need to be, for fulfilling their purpose. Hello, Lily. Nice to see you, Lily. Holly says she agrees. Yeah. So when you are not tuned in to your intuition, and I said this before, whose voices are you listening to, or voice? How do you know you're living your highest and best for yourself if you're not sure of who you're listening to? Lauren says, I think eventually we learn what that intuitive voice feels like. You do if you're in practice and you've got a coach to help you. Some people never learn it, and I'm telling you, on your deathbed, you remember it. You're in tune. And we hear that from so many people that have had those experiences. So guys, this has been so much fun. Thank you for joining in. I only do this when my intuition tells me to, when I'm led to do this. Michelle says, do you think having irrational fears or maybe experiences from the past? Well, Michelle, the past, present, and future only exists in the now, and our thoughts become things. So when we think about fears, we're only regurgitating those things we think we've experienced. Thank you, Kathy. Be nice to connect with you some more, Kathy. So does that help answer your question, Michelle? Because fears are thoughts you just keep thinking. They're just a belief system. And with the past not really existing except when we keep bringing it to the present, we have total control over that. And that's another reason your intuition can play a key role in this, is knowing that voice that is your higher self, knowing that voice that is your connection to source energy, God, Tom, Dick, Harry, Buddha, whatever you want to call it. Knowing you have that connection is your life experience, and you get to live your highest joy when you have that connection, and in that is no fear. Oh, good. Thank you, Michelle. I'm glad I answered that for you. Love and light to all. Thanks, Kathy. All right, Periscope guys. Anybody else on here that's watching that has a question? I've got to figure out how to get these cameras closer here. So I just send you guys mega blessings. Practice using your intuition. And if you feel like you will resonate with my intuitive development series that's starting, definitely get in touch with me. Go back to my Facebook page. It's on there. You've probably been invited, if you're a friend of mine, for the day. And it's something that's going to take you to the next level. So see if that resonates with you. And I look forward to being part of your evolution into connecting with your intuition even more than you ever have before. So if there's no more questions, I'll just wait a second because I know there's always a lag time. I'm about to go and play for the rest of the day. Not that I haven't played all morning. And this is certainly playtime for me because I'm using my gifts. I am stepping into the role that I'm designed to step into right at this moment. And you know, the ladies that are on here, the ladies that have asked questions, you know that we have many different roles during the day. So our roles are so self-determined, but they can be intuitively determined as well. And that's something I will also teach about in class. Okay, my ladies, and if there's any gentlemen on here, you guys too, thanks for joining in. And I will be back. I will click over here with Periscope first to say I'm done, and then over to Facebook Live to say thanks again. Have a blessed day, everybody. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.